One and all, welcome back to the channel. New week, new map. That's right, Voldemar versus Striker, and it is going to be on brand spanking new Anatolian Hills. First tournament ever to show this beauty off. You start on a sliver of land with gold, a little bit of sheep, and a lot of wood. And you're going to need to venture onto the mainland where there is over 40 sheep spawned, as well as a deer. There's a lot of bountiful value out here, but the tricky part is you can't bring it safely back to your primary TC. Oh no. You're going to have to come out onto the map and take risks. It's a really cool concept for a map. I thought it was intriguing, worth definitely adventuring into right now, especially with the heavy amount of pro scouts metaing going on. In theory, we could be seeing 2 TC plays. We've seen that already in one series today where Louis done it. It does make sense, but if you think about it, a second TC isn't anywhere near secure as a primary. So there is going to be some all-in opportunities, I think, for certain civs. Curious to see how these two are going to play, though. We open up with Abba versus Malians. Traditionally a matchup that was very good for Abba because 2TC annihilates Malians' fast castle plans. But in more recent times with the Pro Scouts builds and the Farimba builds, we've been seeing things pivot a little. The weird part is this map just being quite favored towards 2TC. It makes me wonder, is there any world in which a Malian player can all in 1TC? This is pretty nice, though, actually, now I think about it. The gold is incredibly safe on this map. I think that's part of Striker's thought process. Another sick detail to remember here is a transport ship. Malian transport ships shoot. So Striker, when he starts building military, he can skirt along here. Just go up and down the river, and he can come and camp here and stop his opponent from getting anything over. So pretty cool idea, if that's where he's looking to lean here. Love what Voldemar's done, though. He did choose to go for the House of Wisdom out on the mainland. It feels bad to do this, but the reality is, like, yes, you'll get a slow Golden Age 1, but if you build it over here, what are you really going to build here? Maybe houses, but you don't need that many houses early on, so you'll never rush the age. You're going to want a lot of your buildings on the mainland. So I like that Voldemar done this. It hurts him at first, but sets him up nicer down the line. You want to see Japan on this map? Why, though? I'm not sure about Japan on this map per se. Like, what is their really big sale point? It's weird because they just nerf Japanese quite a bit. I guess Shinobi could be pretty sick for the early game rotations. You just build a Coker on the mainland and you just flood. That could be kind of cool. So Striker now getting ready with his own boat. We ship it anyway. Wait, Striker. Wait, did he run out of food? No, he's still got... No, yeah, they're just hiding in the side of the TC. Striker has a lot of gold, though, folks. A lot is an understatement here. Was he actively gathering? No. This is just all the passive. He's sitting up at 400 gold. So for Striker, this could make sense if it's a Pro Scouts build. The other way it could make sense, and I'm going to try not to feel too dirty saying this out loud, is if it was the defensive landmark. If he was to go for a Saharan trade network, remember, you can spam outposts and it doesn't cost you any... Oh, whoopsie. Screenshot, please. It doesn't cost you any stone. So you just vomit gold. So you just outpost rush your opponent, spam loads of towers, and block them out. Those are the two most likely plays. The other option is just he miscalculated on the gold entirely. That would definitely surprise me. So Striker now moving on to the mainland, but he was a lot later, right? Yeah, Voldemar is already been loving life. 30 sheep game, baby. Striker's only got 3. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I feel like you get punished pretty hard if you're late to get out on this side of the map. And maybe some people think that's like a negative, this map, but I'd argue you can say that of any map with scouting rotations. Like, if you're slow to move your scout out into the center of Dry Arabia, of course you're going to lose the sheep game. 32 sheep. The other thing that kind of made the Abbasid pick intriguing is on this map, you don't actually have much in the way of berries. You only start with 2 berries next to your base. You do have the normal amounts on the mainland, though. 2 scout meta when? Aha! On this map? No. I think on this map, 2 scout meta is way too expensive because you have to build the transport ship as well. You just kind of hamper your timings a bit too much. This one's way more punishing for the sheep scouting, it seems. If you don't go across, yes. But if you go across, I'd say it's no more punishing than the standard spawn map. It's just you have to go for the transport ship play. And the funny part is, like, in fairness to him, Abba does have a slight edge in the timing because transport ships are half price. But here's what you get in return. The problem right now is that this is idling 5 villages. Wait, strike it. Okay, so we've just idled 5 villages for nothing. And to make matters worse, it's military wing from Voldemar. Uh-oh. Now, the good news is you can always get back in the transport ship and javelin. The bad news is everything you want is too far inland. Striker gets the bad news, turns around, tries to run for it. She better get out before he loses any villages. No. The spearman. I think the formation rubbed him a little bit wrong there when he went for the garrison. So, first blood drawn. Voldemar able to block that second gold vein from ever coming up. And Striker, as a result, I mean, he's going to have to consider adding in military units at home just to contest this. Yeah, archery range coming in. But Voldemar, it's a fast castle build. He's loving life right now. No risk to his own economy. It's kind of crazy, actually, because if he pulled the transport ship upriver, boom, boom, boom. But, you know, you saw the impact he had having 5 idols. Oh, no, Striker. I don't think Striker's ever been in this position before. But he was clearly testing to see if the sheep would come, right? Yeah, but no, see, oh my god, this is painful. Striker, bless him, he's been trying to like warm up the game again, because obviously, like, Striker was fairly active in the early days, and then he just kind of disappeared. I feel like he comes and goes. So, like, at the current time recording, Striker is 240th in the world, which is very respectable. But he was active in Season 8, then he was missing for Season 7, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, right? But the amount of games played, I think, was quite low. On average per season, he does about 30 games. He doesn't play that much. And, wait. No, please. Did he lose everything? Oh, God. It's 39 sheep for Voldemar. Striker has 2 sheep. Luckily, he has cows as well to eat. But, oh, this is disaster. Culture Wing now on the way for Voldemar. If there's one thing you never do to a German, it's steal his doner kebab. Well, Voldemar just stole all his doner kebabs. I don't blame him as well. I imagine with Denmark's tax rates, it's very expensive to buy them in your own country. But this is rough. Culture Wing now on the way. Have you ever seen so many sheep on one person's side? They're all happy because, like, we're safe here. The game will probably be over before all of us get killed. Striker, I mean, if he is thinking 2TC, it's a little bit worrisome here. He doesn't have the food. I think this is... It's pretty obvious where this went wrong, right? I'm curious if Striker did open the map beforehand, because I think we had this with him the other week, where I believe he came in chat and said, like, he just hadn't opened the map. And he got punished for it. And it's kind of feeling like that's what's happened here. Now, the remaining maps in the series should be familiar ones for him. Prairie from the ladder. Frisian, he was trying to compete in some tournaments when Frisian was active, I believe. See, like, this is the thing. Striker just needs to be like Kiljardi, where he spends enough time in my stream. Because Kiljardi now doesn't need to open the map. He can just see the map. It's very smart. This is Anatolian Hills Kiljardi. This is the default map you're going to be playing this week, mate. Give me a quick rundown. I'll make you wait until the next series. How about that? We already gave it a rundown. You got to be here on time, mate. You're lucky I'm not putting a late mark next to your name in the sheets. So Voldemar has got the knights coming. Striker at this stage, I mean, just punt a Hail Mary on the central... on the center route, right? Just go straight to your opponent's base, I guess. He did go 2TC in the end. Problem is, like, your opponent's going to get 5 relics of this. And 2 sacred sites. And a partridge in a pear tree. It's always a partridge. So what's Striker's plan to get out of this? The good news is you can kind of just not have food as Malians because you have cow. And you could always go for Lani. This looks like a Feremba all in though. The bad news of which is Voldemar didn't build both his landmarks on the starting island. So with the House of Wisdom being over here, he doesn't need to panic entirely. Like, what are you looking for if you're a Striker? Probably Freeborn would make the most sense. The hardest unit to kill. There you go. Feremba Garrison now coming in. In the meantime, I'm going to be able to mop up the archers and already seeing Voldemar now adding in the Imam. So 5 relics, definitely an easy tick for him now. Needs to keep a little bit of vision on what his opponent is doing. At this stage, like, you have to be a bit suspicious that Feremba is likely happening. Voldemar has to be aware that's probably the only option that would make sense remaining. He's already a little bit threatened about getting attacked on the starting island. That's why he built the wall in the first place. But, like, we're 11 minutes in the game. Your opponent hasn't come across yet. All the threat is on that starting island. And transport is going to head upriver just to confirm now. Outposts are coming up from Striker, aware of just how toxic this river could become. And then Lancers are coming in for the party. Okay. No. It's Javelineers. He has no answer against Lancers. And he saw them already. So it's like Striker is just kind of being ignorant of what's coming. He got killed by the Lancers. He knows they're going to be here. Voldemar going to spring into action. He actually just walks in, gets right behind them, and goes in for the backstab charge there. So Striker is going to be running headfirst into the Knights. It's like most of the villagers will make it away. But a heavy amount of out of time coming. And I mean, yes, congrats, got this Javelineer contract, but how are you affording them? This does just look doomed. The thing is, Voldemar can afford to just build only Knights. He's basically playing poor man's French here. He's got 35 sheep still.
Oh, God.
For Striker, I mean, yeah, if he can actually get river control, he can stop more Lancers coming across. However, the problem now is, like, this pressure's coming to his base, but he has to deal with the Sacred Site win condition. We did... Oh, no. I mean, cool idea by Striker, but he never turned this into a proxy base and started spamming Donzos, so gets caught out. Voldemar not missing a trick at all in this opening game. First Javelineers are going to start coming out. Hazlitt's got the screen in placement. So Voldemar going to be taking a chill pill. I wouldn't be surprised if he just prioritizes the mainland now. Striker gathering heavy on the stone. I think we're likely looking at a keep drop to try and get back in. Like, if he Normandies this and then drops a keep, he can get the decap and extend the game. God, this just looks like such an uncomfortable game for Striker. This is a big reminder as to why it is definitely worth opening the game and having a look at the map a little bit. Formulating somewhat of a plan. That's not to say I think Striker kind of understood what the map was about. But unfortunately, like, you can see how his lack of regular play is hurting him a bit. In fairness, how many people have actually tried, like, sheep garrisoning a transport ship? But I don't want to say it's assumed that you can't do it. But I feel like instinctually my brain would say, no, we can't do this. Same with Pro Scouts. The Pro Scouts one would be more intriguing. I'm pretty sure, though, you can't Pro Scouts steer into a transport ship. As in, if you carry them, you go inside. I think that... Actually, wait. No, guys, does that work? I want to say it doesn't, but now that I'm thinking about it deeper, that one might be more interesting. Because monks can carry relics in transport ships. It's like, you know, the sheep getting in themselves, I'm not, like, surprised that doesn't work. But pro scouts? I think it does, right? Okay, apparently the guy who created the map says it does. Okay, yeah. That makes sense, though. Like, it tracks with the relics. But you have to, to bring them home, you have to bludgeon them to death, have pro scouts, and then pick them up. They won't get in on their own. Sounds like sheep are really waterphobic. So the way you deal with that waterphobia is you just kill them. Need more micro than normal? Yeah, it would. But still. Alright, keep drop striker. He actually goes for the base. But the game isn't about the main base, folks. It's about the sacred sites. This is quite difficult to pull off what's happening here. I mean, the transport ship did get sniped, so Voldemar is stuck, alienated from his starting base. Oh my god, and he left so many villages. Yeah, just get across now. Go, go, go. Okay, transport's going to be coming out. We'll be able to ferry them across. But Voldemar now, you just gather stone, you build a TC over here, you double down the sacred sites, right? Like, attacking the starting TC doesn't really solve Striker's problem. He still needs the next step. If pro scouts to a mill? Sure, you can always take it to a mill. I think that's kind of like the intent if you want to go for it. In terms of you do want to go for pro scouts, like there's a reasonable amount of deer here. Not crazy there, right? It's 2 5-stacks and then I think 4 3-stacks? That is kind of crazy. Is that right? There should be 5 deer on each side and then there's 4 3s. It's 22 deer. It's not overly crazy. It's reasonable, though. Okay, so Striker is actually heading in the traps to try and take this down now. Voldemar is ambitiously getting the demo ready because guess what? Striker is poking. Yeah, but it's like there's no way Striker would stay here where he could get hit perfectly by demo ship to wipe out 10 Javelineers, right? Like that. Huh. That may slow down Striker's counter attack a little bit. Oh, no. I mean, they've done what they needed to. He just lost track of them. This makes it even harder now to try and stake a claim on the mainland. Outposts already getting spammed up. It is going to be spring replacement. So Voldemar not interested in a keep drop. He wants to get as many outposts up as possible. And in the meantime, he's going to be walling the back sacred site. Now 4.5 minutes away from a Voldemar victory. Striker does have a healthy 20 villager lead. He is getting mass Donzos, which is appropriate against crossbow, against the Lancers, but the crossbows is an interesting choice from Voldemar. Presumably he's assuming there's going to be Sofa here. Logic being is that like Striker needs units that can quickly move inland to try and take the secret sites. The reality check, though, like, we have the full info. We know it's just infantry. But Voldemar is soon going to see nothing on the starting island. If Striker pulls this off, mathematically, he should be able to. Not the current scaling point. He needs a lot more Donzos. Voldemar has gone for a second TC on the mainland now. He still has got plenty of sheep left over. He's still got 18 sheep. Not to mention the berries, which are clustered tight together over here as well for efficiency. I think I could see the way for Striker if the Sacred Site timer got decapped. That would actually make his position okay, because Voldemar would be running out of sheep. Meanwhile, you've got infinite cow, right? And you can even add in ranches. It's like, if it wasn't for the fact there's a Sacred Site timer, you could genuinely see a world in which Striker can take this game. But now he's going to be in a rush. And it's a lot of outbursts. Not many have been upgraded yet, but Voldemar should be trying to prioritize more stone now. Wait a second. Wait a second. No one cares about that. Hit the landmark. I don't think... I think Voldemar built it just far enough inwards here. No! Oh my god. Striker can do this. He can actually do this. Transport ships are actually going to be coming. Voldemar is going to try to rush onto the other side with Lancer play here, but into mass Donzos. No freaking way. This game looked cursed. But Striker's now on the march. Donzo's moving in. They want to think twice about that, though. Still a lot of Lancers. I cannot believe this. This game looked cooked. It looked over. Villagers doing everything they can to repair. Now, remember, Voldemar, he can just bring all the villagers. There's no wood cost to repair this. So he can stick everyone on it. That's why Striker is sending the Donzos in. He actually needs to kill here. It's a lot of trap shots, but it may need to be a lot more here. Minute and a half left on the clock. Mango Walt's coming through, but he can transport ship beyond to deal with that. Needs to slow down this repair. Voldemar. This is getting insane. A game that should have been over. But somehow, the Trebs just have all the range. Demos, look at the connection. They can't get it. Voldemar, he's got more in reserve. He's going to have to make the pull soon. Wallow coming out to slow things down here. It's a minute away from a Sacred Site victory for Voldemar. Another Wallow. Striker needs to back away. And he gets benched! The Demo! Round the back! The Wallow to convert the others! 40 seconds out. But now it's counter attack time. Demos move in. Village is down. 6 trebuchets, 3 more queued up. This is gonna be a Finn finish. A picture finish, if you will. He needs more. Almost every villager for Voldemar is working on this. 2/3 of his economy right now, but the Demos come in again. The transport ships are across. And game number 1 is going to be a win for the Dane. With a Danish-esque landing. What did I just witness?